So we're on MLG Antigua. Forced cross spawns.
Yes, that was one thing that was mentioned. Initially, it was Blizzard Antigua that we were using for the map, but some players expressed that they prefer to have MLG because of the spawning locations. So we're going to accommodate them, you know.
Yep, and if both players agree, we don't see why not.
Exactly. So in the upper left-hand corner here, we have Zerg player. Really impressive first game. He hails from Sweden.
MouzMorroW.
All right, Street Fighter voice. And
I gotta bust the Street Fighter voice out for the last game. Potential last game.
in the lower right-hand corner of the screen, we have our Terran player. Very impressive against Protoss a few games ago, but now struggling with the Zerg. He is...
Drunkenboi.
Drunkenboi. Spelled in the fashion of B-I-G-B-O-I. Big Boy the freaking chef. And let's see what happens this game. You think Mara's going to go for another Fast Expo?
I don't know.
I think that was actually a rhetorical question, Jim.
Then it was a rhetorical answer.
You know, the thing I think we're going to have to watch for here is, does Drunkenboi decide to do that same build? I felt like the barracks into gas might have slowed down his tech a little bit there, and if he wanted to put that Hellion pressure on. Something along the lines of a gas first into a barracks, into a factory, into reactor would have probably served him a little bit better there. But we're going to see. He does throw down that extra gas, so he is committed to doing this one racks barracks into gas and moving out with the early push, most likely.
Yep. It looks like MouzMorroW is indeed throwing down that 14 pool, or 14 hatch rather.
Yep, I think it was a 15 hatch.
Sorry, I stand corrected.
No problem, no problem.
14/15 hatch.
We did see a 14 hatch earlier, which I'm not actually sure which Zerg prefer to do. But anyway, we are going...
MouzMorroW in Drunkenboi's base, running around with the drone.
Yeah, we see that MouzMorroW is getting off a good amount of scouting information. He is going to
pick out this SCV a little bit. The SCV is safe. And MouzMorroW again sending an Overlord to scout both sides of the base. He's going to get one behind the main mineral line.
Yep, and is he going to try to save this drone for as long as he can?
Let's see how long this drone lasts. I actually like that move. Go behind the gas, then juke back the other way.
Oh, yeah. Is there any other way to do it?
You could have kept going the same way. That's almost like that's like a reverse trick.
Now MouzMorroW,
behind that gas, you don't know.
he did not see the fact that the factory is put down, but I think it's safe to assume that he did click on this gas geyser and realize, okay, he's probably going to use the same build he did last time.
Yep, we got a reactor coming out, so I think we can expect to see some Hellions again.
Yep.
Let's see if MouzMorroW handles it well again.
And MouzMorrow's so cool, he actually only transfers 2 drones down to his natural and then uses the drones that are popping at the main and pushes them down.
Yep.
So he's really maximizing the amount of time that he gets to generate income here.
Yeah.
That's impressive.
Yeah, that's a good point, because when you transfer a lot of drones, or workers in general, there's that time period where you're not mining with, you know, a good number of workers. And there's a mule kind of sitting in the middle of Drunkenboi's base. I don't know what that was about.
That looks like it just got to work. And MouzMorroW is droning. So we have 0 lings out on the map. We have 24 drones, 21 SCVs, and these 2 queens again. MouzMorroW likes his defense with queens. We saw this in his games in the GSL, and
expect some creep tumors to go down.
Yeah, I'm sure those of you who are familiar with MouzMorroW know that this is the style that he likes to do.
There goes one. We've got 4 queens out right now.
Yep.
So he'll have a decent wall here of these queens to hold off the Hellions.
Yep.
Even has one on the ramp just in case. Should have no problem holding this.
Yep, and once again, Drunkenboi has been completely denied scouting from MouzMorrow's main. You know, it's really important for the Terran to at least see what's going on with the Zerg at this point. If there's roaches behind this, and he's literally only got, you know, a couple Hellions and some scattered bio here, he's going to be in a lot of trouble. It does look like he's adding on a starport with a tech lab this game. So
Yep.
maybe he'll be doing some type of push with a Banshee. We saw that earlier out of TSL Polt. He actually decided to do a bit-by-bit SCV all-in, and it was really, really effective. He had about 10 Hellions, a few Marauders, and a Banshee, 2 Banshees, and just rolled over the entire Zerg front.
And about 25 SCVs.
Yeah. Yep. And we're going to see the same push.
So many creep tumors.
Yep. And did he see the fact that that drone was going up there? Yes. And he is going to prevent the third.
Halt that third, at least for a little bit.
Yeah, and he is going to pull back the Spine Crawler, going back to his ramp, because Mara's probably thinking, he made a very small push last game that was easily thwarted by really good Queen Micro and positioning. And again, MouzMorroW doesn't have any Zerglings out on the map. No Zerglings. So he's really maximizing the fact that he wants to get a huge economy going. 2 Evo Chambers indicates that he wants to get some really good upgrades. And he feels really comfortable saying, your Hellions can't do anything to my Queens. And I'm going to show you why.
Gets a bunch of these creep tumors.
Yeah, this is actually really big.
Yep.
I think MouzMorroW has dedicated these Queens to strictly creep tumor production at this point in the game.
Throw down 2 more.
Yep.
Possibly 4 more.
Man,
Will he double creep tumor both? Yep.
It just goes to show that the guy is really, really thinking about the game and really, really thinking about the moves he's making.
Yeah.
Big worker deficit, too, we see here. We do see Cloak. Sorry, I didn't have the production tab going on. We do see Cloak for the Terran player. 2 Banshees already done. And the Zerg player's throwing down the Spire. So he has a limited window of opportunity here to do damage with these Banshees. And if he decides to go for a push on the front, well, he's going to have to win the game because once these mutas come out, there isn't really that much available for the Terran player to thwart them.
Yeah, Hellions and Banshees. Oh, a lot of Lings coming.
He really needs to be careful.
We trap the Hellions.
Ooh. And he's trying his hardest.
Sees the Banshees.
Sees the Banshees, and the Banshees come in, and MouzMorroW responds by making 2 more Queens immediately. And he does take down all the Hellions. Now, the Cloak is going to come as a factor here. Is he going to be able to stop this third base? He's going to go right by it. Oh, man. Okay.
That is a lot of Queens.
Oh. We know...
Any of them have transfuse, though. Doesn't look like they have enough energy.
Oh, wow, they don't. Wow, the creep's right. Okay, we do see an Overseer, though.
Yep.
Okay, and this is big.
I think MouzMorroW will be just fine.
He is going to take
a few drones here, but
take a few drones.
Those Queens have enough for transfuse now.
Well, he is targeting the one with the transfuse on it, and it goes down.
Wow, I thought they both had 50.
Well,
the one
Spore
was at
Crawler's
49
about to finish
when
up.
the other Queen died.
He's going to have to be very careful for these Banshees. Loses 1 Banshee. Oh, and he's just going to park it back there. All right, so, you know, he had 2 choices to make there. He could have said, I'm going to prevent your third base with my Banshees.
He's got a Banshee going up in the main.
We do. Yep, and he's going to run it
right. He's going to lose that one.
Okay.
A little bit of a misclick there.
As a big of a misclick. And we do see Marines and tanks moving out for the Terran player.
Yep, and the Zergling in the middle is going to see this.
I feel like preventing the third may have been a better scenario for him.
Think he would have been able to get the cancel, though?
I think he would have absolutely been able to get the cancel.
I don't know about that, because the Queens were there anyway, and the creep was already pretty much spread.
The creep was spread, the Queens were there, but he didn't have any transfuses available. He had 2 Banshees, and with decent micro, he would have been able to take out the Queens in the same fashion that he did. This Banshee is going to go down and kill the Queen simultaneously. So if we go to the unit counting station, we see MouzMorrow's down to 3 Queens. You know, he's really using recycling those Queens as the unit that he's trying to defend with here.
He's got 13 Banelings. The Marine spread's going to be very important.
The also other really important thing here is Baneling speed. Baneling speed is just about to finish up. And once that does finish up, he will have a significant advantage over this small Marine force with no medevacs. Do you see any medevacs out here? I'm not seeing anything.
No medevacs.
Okay.
37 Marines, 2 tanks. That's it.
Yep, so we've got Muta Bane against Marine tank composition, and he's sieging up right in the middle.
He's going to run right into these turrets and back off. Great reaction time by MouzMorroW, not losing a single Mutalisk.
Yep, and the Banelings are actually going around.
Roll around. The Marines should see it, though. And the Watchtower.
How will he respond? That's the question here. MouzMorrow is going to go just try to
Drunkenboi a little
attack.
bit out of position here.
You know, in the meantime,
he's gotta be
Drunkenboi has
careful
gotten
here.
his third base up, and so, wow, this
Ooh.
is actually really big for MouzMorrow. Moving into the third base of Drunkenboi. Drunkenboi was not expecting this. Oh, and those SCVs.
He got a big Baneling hit off on the Marines.
Yep.
Drunkenboi some stuff in the middle of the map.
Yep, and he's actually not responding to this very well. I mean, he's lost all of his SCVs at his third base. If we go to the workers killed tab, 13 workers killed for Drunkenboi earlier in the game, and 14 killed here. Unless I missed something. Was a Banshee wreaking havoc somewhere, or I don't know. Either way, we do see MouzMorrow going with that same composition he used last game. A lot of Lings, a few Banelings. Well, no Banelings right now, but a lot of Lings and Muta, and he is just going around the middle again.
MouzMorrow with the counter.
Wow.
Such a strength of Zerg, being able to Zergling counter.
Well, you know what? And 2 tanks just isn't enough. It's just not enough. He made a really huge investment going with those Cloak Banshees, and it didn't pay off. You know, Cloak Banshees really have limited use in Terran versus Zerg.
A lot of these Marines are at half life, and there's only one medevac to heal them up.
Yeah, there's are a lot of Yellow Pepper Marines, and we got MouzMorrow just, you know, swooping into
Zergling
position.
counter again. He's going to pick off a few of these Marines, get in the SCV lines, I would have figured.
He's got to be really careful with these Mutalisks, though. We do see a significant turret. Well, no turret presence.
Oh, that's huge. Just takes 2 tanks for nothing.
Oh man, and the Marines are just chasing. Oh man.
This reminds me of myself
just
when I play Terran.
imposing his will on our Terran player Drunkenboi.
Yep.
Yep, and he stims
Tomorrow's
again. Oh my
drones to 53
god.
SCVs.
Look at,
Look
this
at all
stim.
those Marines.
Yep, we got a lot of
Every kind of pepper.
every kind of pepper.
Every kind of banana.
I hope I don't see any red bananas in my supermarket anytime soon, but yep, all assortment of peppers going on there. But you know, the third base is mining again. If we look at the income tab, MouzMorrow has a significant advantage. He has his third base up larger, but we also see the fourth and the fifth
Mutalisks
going.
coming out. 19 Mutalisks.
No way.
That one Thor is going to help.
Oh. Wow.
19 Mutalisks on the bottom left.
Okay. I have 19 Mutalisks on the field. Now, he's rallied right into the main base of the Terran. He's saying, you're just going to die. You don't have enough. And if we look at the unit counting station, 54 Marines and 1 Thor.
Yep.
And he's going to have to turn all the way around. Yep. And it says 2 Thors. Oh! Oh, with the turret though. With the turret though, this is not a good position for these Mutas, and these Mutas are actually going to get forced out. And ouch!
A lot of red bananas.
That was bad. We see 8 Mutas left, so killing half of those Mutas without having to actually use the main composition of his force. But we don't see a medevac presence, and we see these all assortment of pepper Marines, and a drop at the top here might force to cancel on this expansion. Is he going to cancel, or cancels it? Okay, and MouzMorrow swooping in with the Banelings.
MouzMorrow again. Continually getting him out of position.
Yep, and he is just going to.
He does not want to attack the Thors with the Banelings. He wants to run by.
No, I don't know why what he's doing with the. He's running away from the Marines.
Yeah, he's going to get a lot of kills.
Oh, he's going to go for them. He's going just for the SCVs, which is just.
And that's pretty much GG right there.
Oh, and he is going to find these other SCVs.
Yep.
And MouzMorrow,
boom,
boom. Okay, so if we go, if we go workers killed, 55 workers killed for MouzMorrow. We see a small drop here in the top base, but that's going to get cleaned up easily. He's on 4 bases. He's from Sweden. He's a monster. I don't know, Deadlift. Do you see this going anyway but for victory for MouzMorrow?
Just look at the health of the units in the middle for Drunkenboi.
Wow, red peppers, orange peppers, and it is not looking like it's going to turn green anytime soon.
Yeah,
this is
going to be the final attack right
here. The chase comes down. Oh, and the crashes.
Crashes and burns.
Oh.
Some decent Marine splits, but not going to be enough.
You know, he does eliminate that force.
1 Thor with 2 HP.
But his second base is almost mined out. His third base has no saturation. His main is almost mined out.
MouzMorrow's dropping creep in random locations.
MouzMorrow has 87 drones. He has exactly the amount of